let's go back to our, now this is what your last slice should look like. Here's your kidney, and we know we've gotten through the adrenal glands because we're about halfway through the kidneys. This is what's spleen over here. This is um, descending aorta. This is the IVC, and this is liver, and this is gallbladder. Here, there's pancreas here, and all this is bowel right in here. We have a couple ribs, vertebral body, spinous process, and muscle. This is the spinous erectus muscle. So don't forget, at the end, you need to end your exam. And if the auto transfer is done, they'll go right over. Otherwise, you'll need to send them. But most of the time, auto transfer is on. Now let's talk about the abdomen and pelvis. We already saw a video that included that in it, but just to refresh your memory, if you're setting up for an abdomen and pelvis that you're doing together, or you're just doing the abdomen, you're going to mark at the xiphoid tip. Okay, abdomen and pelvis, or just plain abdomen. Your starting point, your marking point, that axial line goes at the xiphoid tip. Now, if you're just doing a pelvis, and sometimes you do just do the pelvis, you're going to mark it at the crest. And that's what that looks like. Now, here's your scalp. And you're going to go through it just like I showed you for the chest, for your scalp. And this is your localizer area. You want to get just above the diaphragm. You want to include all the soft tissue. And you want to go down below the pubic symphysis. So these are your localizers. Again, here's that screen. And again, if you have any questions about where to set that axial mark, look at the top left-hand corner, your anatomical reference, xiphoid tip, patient orientation, feet first, patient position, supine. And you're going to click your confirm button to get them done. And here's the screen that's going to pop up. After you've done that, you're going to click on your show localizer to do your localizer. And right now, we've clicked on the body part, and it's showing Recon 1. This is what it will look like. Again, for the abdomen and pelvises, they've been doing coronal reformation, so you're going to turn that second Recon on, and here you go. Shows Recon 2. Recon enabled, yes, where the arrow is. And then you'll make your coronal images off of that. How do you do that? Well, I'm going to tell you. This is your right-hand screen. This is where your images pop up as you scan. But if you click on the Image Works button, which is on the top left-hand side of the right monitor, it's the button that's highlighted right now. It will bring up this screen. You're going to choose the study that you want to do the reformation in, and you're going to choose the recon or the series that you want to do those reformations from. We're choosing Recon 2, and then the button that we're going to click on, if you look, is to the right, Reformat Detail, which is going to bring you up to this screen. And you have 4 images here that you can do your reformations off of. I'm going to show you the easiest way to remember which is coronal, which is sagittal, and make sure that you've got it opened up all the way. So click on Batch. There's a closer picture of it. And it's going to bring up this screen here. So you're going to click on a like. Now what I'm going to show you what I have done on the next screen is I have dragged and dropped that up to the top right. And I'm going to click on a like. and it's going to bring up my localizer here. And I'm going to localize, put the localizer on. I'm going to open it up all the way so I get all of my body part, and these are going to make my sagittal recon, this screen here. To do the coronal recons, you're going to do off of this image here. And just so you can see the chest, this is what the chest looks like when it comes up. And here's to do your coronals. You're going to use that bottom left-hand image to do your coronals off of. Now here are some important areas in that little box that you need to concentrate on. The millimeter between views. Most of the time it's 3.0. Slice thickness. Now if you're doing it without contrast, the slice thickness for chest and abdomen is going to be 3.0. If you're doing it for PE, the slice thickness is going to be 7.0. For regular chest and a regular abdomen, you're going to have it on average, that's the button that's below the millimeter between views. And if you were doing a PE study, you would actually change that to say MIP. And you can preview it or save it. You can see the bottom arrow there points to that. And when you want to get out of this screen, after you've saved it, to make it work, to make it happen, you're going to hit apply. And that will save it then. And then you'll hit close. And then you'll go over to the far left where it says file. You'll click on that to exit. Now a lot of times you will do contrast with either the chest or the abdomen and pelvis. And now with the 64 slice machines, most places have gone to just using 100. Some places are still using the 300 IsoView. Some places are using 350 now. And this is a picture of your injector. Again, you'll be injecting at 2.0 or 2.3, somewhere around there. And it'll take about 50 seconds for your contrast to go in. And that's the end. So if you have any questions, you have the opportunity to post those up on discussion board. And I hope you've learned a lot from this.